Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing today? My name is SpectrumDominus, and welcome to the Above or Below List, Episode 2 for WWE Studio Movies. I'm coming to you live from my WrestleZone setup for my wrestling podcasts. I have those Loot Crate boxes is what I did this week. You can check out those videos on the channel. But today we're talking about Above or Below lists. I felt we could leave this stuff up because our focus of today's Above or Below list was the WWE Studio movies. And because there was a wrestle theme, I didn't feel the need to change things up too much. So this week's movie, or this time's movie that I was supposed to watch, was 12 Rounds 2 Reloaded, starring Randy Orton. I have watched 12 Rounds, the original, with John Cena. I liked that movie. I will watch it again when it pops up. But for now, we're doing the second in the series, 12 Rounds 2 Reloaded. I found it to be very predictable. The opening sequence had him as a paramedic saving a car wreck victim and then jumping a year into the future. And unless you're really not trying to pay attention and figure things out, unless you're trying to be ignorant to what's going on, you know that opening scene has to do. They didn't do enough to draw you away from that opening scene before stuff started going down. So you knew that the bad guy was going to be based on that situation. And it was. He was I don't want to give up too many spoilers, but so the whole thing went down. The whole movie was very predictable how they did stuff. That being said, it was as soon as I allowed myself to realize that this wasn't going to be anything different from 12 Rounds, the original one. As soon as I realized, let myself think it's a WWE Studios movie. Don't expect too much from an action movie that you didn't need to put your brain into. It was pretty enjoyable. I didn't think Randy was a bad actor. I like Randy Orton as a wrestler. I like his shtick. I think that to be a wrestler and to be as successful as Randy Orton is, you do have to have pretty decent acting ability. So I think all in all, they did a decent job on this movie. I think that the lack of stars in it, a lot of the WWE Studios movies, you'll see a WWE. I'm going to go to Legendary, which we've already reviewed on this channel. John Cena was the one of the main characters in the movie, arguably the second lead to the boy who's the star. But they also had Danny Glover in the movie, so they usually put some kind of star power in there with their WWE talent. There was no one else in this movie that I recognized at all. So that definitely took away from it. This is like the epitome of B movie. But then, like I said, it's a WWE Studios movie. I don't expect much more than a B movie from it. So when comparing it to Barricade, I found Barricade to be a joke. I did not really like it. So I do like 12 Rounds more. I'm going to click 12 Rounds and move it up above Barricade. I got to do that over here. And then it's 12 Rounds or Legendary. Legendary, I think I preferred Legendary. There was more to it. Like I said, Danny Glover was in it. It was more. It wasn't one dimensional. It tried to put that family feel to it and overcome. It had that heartfelt, warming stuff. Whereas 12 Rounds was, the book, you can judge that book by its cover. So I'm going to go with Legendary over 12 Rounds. Now, when I click this, a new movie will pop up. It will tell us what I'm watching for the episode 3 video. So let's see what we get here. So now I'm going to be watching Marine 4 Moving Target, which I kind of just recently watched, but I will watch again just to make sure. But I already have a pretty good feeling how this one's going to go, as the Above or Below list. Before I started making the YouTube videos, the Above or Below list told me to watch the Marine series, so I watched all 4 Marine movies. But now that I have it solo here, I will watch it again solo, and I will get back to you guys soon. So make sure you click like in the description. If you like the video, click subscribe if you want to see more Above or Below lists. Check out all the other Above or Below lists. There are 8 different series started. I believe 4 of them have gone into an episode 1. The other 4 I'm still working on viewing. They're larger situations. Each of these are solo movies. Some of the other situations I've watched 3 in the series, but I have to now watch 3 in the other series, or it's a whole television show or something like that. So there are works in progress, but check out the other series and let me know if there's any movies that you'd like to see me rank on, or anything you'd like to see me rank in the comment section below. And we'll see you next time. Bye bye.